for him. Leave your axe at the door. no good adventures.
All right. Gwyn, what happened last time?
Let me grab my... Okay, move everything out of the way. Let me grab my notebook so that I can see how far back I have to go. The right notebook. That is the wrong notebook. We are in town. Trying to remember last week when I went to the ball, or was that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at the dock area, and then I decided to split ways and to go investigate this masquerade ball. But before I could go to the ball, I needed to get clothing, proper attire. So I went to... I have it written somewhere. Rest of the team. Oh, this is the right notebook. Okay. Turn the page. Leave the grip for the ball. Go to the castle ward from trade word. Okay, so I went to the castle ward, and I think I went to the trade ward first. I think I wrote that down wrong. Anyhow, and I asked about all of the shops were like closing up, and I found a woman and I asked her about a shop that I could possibly buy a gown for a ball. And she said, well, there's nothing like that here. So she sent me to a different area of town, and I rushed over there, and again, everything was closing up for the evening, but I managed to find a shop that hadn't locked its doors yet, and I went in and begged the woman to please don't lock me out, please help me, I need a dress for this evening. And so she was able to help me get a gown and a mask, and I gave her a little extra for staying open and helping me. And then she was on her way to the masquerade ball as well, and she pointed me in the right direction of where to go. And then oh, that's not to do with me. So I went to the ball, and outside there was people kind of mingling. There was a woman off to the side, and I approached her, not knowing who she was, and not knowing who I'm supposed to meet, male, female, whatnot. I have no clue where I'm supposed to be here. And so I approach her, and I start talking to her and find out that her name is Sue. Her name's Madame Sue Velkraut, something along those lines. And she's the one who was looking for a companion for the ball. And I had to convince her to choose me over the others, and it was a hard sell. I'll be honest. It was a hard sell, but eventually I was able to convince her by changing into a wolf. She was getting a little impatient with me, but that I think was definitely the selling point. Eventually she chose me, and I gave her my arm and escorted her in, and we danced, and I wasn't that great of a dancer, although I did sort of start to pick it up rather quickly. I kind of stumbled through the first dance. But at the end of the evening, she propositioned me and I turned her down. But she did give me 2 platinum, which definitely covered the cost of my dress and stuff, and plenty of extra afterwards. So I got paid very well for a fun evening dancing and smoozing with the rich people. And then I left the ball to head back towards the hotel. I don't know if I actually made it back to the hotel when the evening was done, but then we went switch over, and the rest of the traveling party had decided to check out test subject wanted. They went and they questioned who was it? They went to a shop and they questioned, I didn't get the name of the man, but they questioned the man who was doing something and like doing some needed some test subjects, and they were a little curious about what he was doing, as well as if it could possibly be in connection to these missing people and animals, although I believe the conclusion was that he was not in connection with it. And there were, I don't know, there was a lot going on. There was lights in closets, there was at one point lights absorbed into, what did I write? Lights absorbed into vial, and Khalas takes potion, and I put in parentheses that she was possibly high with the way she was acting, but at the very least she is poisoned, and I believe the potion was potion of fire dragon string. There was something mentioned about that.
That's the one that they got for a reward.
Oh, that's what they got for a reward. I was a little confused about how that could be a poison, but at the very least she took a poison and she was acting funny and was poisoned. Well, she took the potion and she was poisoned. And yeah, she was acting funny. So, I don't know, did she actually get cured of the poison?
She was acting hilariously.
Yeah. That's why I was like, she was acting high. That's what I put in parentheses, possibly high. Take this potion. It'll be like eating a magic brownie. Okay. And that's where my notes leave off. I don't recall whether they... I know that they like finished up there, but I don't know whether they actually headed back to the inn.
Yes, at the end of the night, everyone was meeting up there. Delta had gone to do some research, do some studying, write some notes. Lucy was accompanying her there. Lucifer, the Tressum cat. And at the end of the night, Khalas and Guryev showed up, beaten down but richer, and was soon followed up by Gwynnestari, who was perked up and richer.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it was a good night?
I'd say so. Sounds like it.
From your perspective, yes.
Yeah, from my perspective, yes. We're all alive, nobody is severely injured, and we are richer. So yes, that's a good night.
So you all settle in for the evening and wake up rested the next day without any events. You've got your lavish room with the living area in between, and the next day is what you make of it. What would you like to do on this day?
I'm just updating my notes here.
We only have like what, 2 more days to find the missing girl?
Yes.
I
This is
don't
day 5
remember
of
what.
7 for that quest.
I mean, I would feel really bad starting out, like telling them that we were going to help them and then not help them. So I feel like we really do need to try to help out finding her. But where do we want to go from? Do we want to go back to the docks or see what we? What was the reason for going there again?
We were looking for where the missing girl might be.
So it was just sort of a random, let's check here.
I think we were also looking for the rats,
Oh,
maybe.
Khalas had cast locate person or creature, locate creature, on the finger that you had become acquainted with, and looking for the owner of said finger, whether it is a girl or possibly a distraction.
And if I remember correctly, she didn't feel anything, and that the map is to scale, and that means that be outside of town. If wasn't that discussed, or am I mixing up my conversations?
It's a big town, so let me take you here, and you could measure 1,000 feet from the docks. It's still pretty big.
Well, I mean, there's a scale bar on there.
Well, yeah, like you can, with the draw tool, it is to scale. So
Yeah.
you can go 1,000 feet.
Okay. So 1,000 feet really. We'd really have to like. How long does that spell last? I'm going to assume that because we're well rested, that the spell is no longer active.
It lasts an hour, so
An hour. So yeah.
it
We
would have
slept through
been
the night.
done by the time they went to the potion shop.
Okay. Well, I believe I made some notes from when we talked to them. Weren't we thinking about talking to the ex-business partner? I have the name somewhere. Give me a second. Ransom demand. Jimbus. But Leonard. Oh, the Dwan family.
Is that something
Or-
you were gonna do?
I know it was discussed. I'm not sure if we actually decided whether we were going to do it. I believe that was still sort of up in the air. So I guess it's something we can discuss over breakfast. I'm gonna head downstairs to get myself some breakfast, and I'll discuss it with everyone else when they join me.
Okay.
I'm
well,
also gonna head downstairs for breakfast. And I want to talk to, like, I don't know, the innkeeper or something. And see if they've heard anything about, like, missing or, like, random animals wandering around, seemingly ownerless, like cows or chickens or a cat.
any of the ones on the list.
Basically, yes.
Okay. I don't remember what voice I gave this person.
I don't either.
I think it was a gnome. So you approach the front desk asking for this thing. Yes, hello.
Good morning.
Did you enjoy your time? Did you have a good sleep?
Oh yes,
Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
slept wonderfully.
Fantastic.
I came to inquire since you might know, obviously the town a little better than we do. If you have seen any cows or chickens, or perhaps a cat wandering around, seemingly ownerless.
Well, there's quite a lot of animals that go through here. Of course, there's plenty of strays, cats that I've seen. I haven't seen any rampaging cows or rats, so to speak.
No stray chickens.
Well, I'm sure a few of them will get loose when they're traveling on the street, but they usually get caught pretty fast.
Hmm.
Are you looking for something?
Just looking to help some people out who are missing some animals.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
What about a black cat? Have you seen a black cat?
Well, yeah, I've seen black cats before.
Oh, no, like one that any of the strays, perhaps, that's shown up more recently.
Well, the black cats are pretty common. We get
Hmm.
tabbies and stripes, but black, yeah, it's a common cat to see. Are you missing your cat? Did the big one go away?
Oh no, she's still here.
It'd be pretty hard to lose that cat.
Yes. Only if she wanted to get lost, I think.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Indeed. Well, I will go get some breakfast now.
Oh, well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And you head into the restaurant area.
Yep.
Getting your food on.
My
Gwen is
bacon.
always with the bacon. Gwen is getting food as well. Khalas and Guryev, are you joining them?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I don't even need to be I can just talk to hers.
Khalas?
Yeah?
What would you like to do?
I said I was following.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Oh, well, that's on you.
Well,
Yeah, bum.
sorry. Alright, so you all head into the main area. It's about dawn, a little bit after dawn. And it's still like moderately empty in here. People are still waking up and getting there. But you've managed to find a spot to sit. There are a couple other tables that have people just waking up with their teas. And you are immediately greeted by the rather overly cheerful for this time of the morning server. Hi, how are ya? What can I get you?
I would like some biscuits and gravy and bacon.
Oh, well, we can do that. Fresh baked biscuits every day.
That's what I like to hear.
What can I get for everyone else?
I will have some bacon, and I guess I'll have some biscuits too. That sounds good.
Alright, more bacon and more biscuits.
They'll have a steak.
Ooh, good start to a good morning. And for you? Looks over to Khalas.
Yes, I would like, some Well, some oats actually sound quite lovely.
What would you like in those oats?
Just the usual. Maybe some berries if you have them. If not, fine with some honey and butter.
All right. Fancy fruit with some honey. Sounds great with your oats. Anything to drink for everyone?
I think just water for myself.
Tea.
Tea? What kind of tea would you like?
Anything with caffeine. So maybe some black tea?
Ooh, I think I can find something, yeah.
I'll have some breakfast tea.
Okay. And for the gentleman? Okay, well, that'll be out in a couple minutes. And she'll turn around
Thank
and
you.
head back into the main area. You can kind of hear a faint murmur as people start to wake up outside. There's a few carriages that go by, but nothing is overly loud at this point of the morning. Would you like to read the paper or discuss what you're doing next?
Start discussing. So, everybody, what do we want to do? Do we want to start looking into some more angles for this missing woman?
Yes, we should definitely spend some time on that. And then I want to pick up and like skim through the paper to see if I can see anything that's like related to the stuff that we're trying to help with.
Okay.
Like my garden's being invaded by chickens or rats, or I saw this weird girl with no finger. You know, that kind of thing.
This girl, she's got no finger. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Okay. You start reading into the paper. You get a lot of news about people first coming here, having to find work after being evicted from their homes via demon invasion, and it's a lot of that kind of thing. Trying to find housing and just dealing with a lot more people in a small amount of space. Finally getting word from Eltrail about the people who stayed there, instead of coming straight up to Waterdeep. You find discussions about what the leaders plan to do, about getting these people back on their feet, and making an effort to investigate more of what happened in Baldur's Gate. You don't see a lot of stuff about the specific quest board. That is mostly for like people posting about work they need help with, but this is more about just general news. Nobody really talks about missing or found creatures or people.
Okay.
What would you like to do first for the day? Where are you headed first?
So, where do you think we should head first? I asked the party. Did you find anything that might be helpful in that paper, Delta?
Not really. I mean, there's some stuff about like the refugees and the city governance and stuff like that, but Nothing
Wow.
that might be helpful to us, I don't think.
Okay. Well, I'm a little curious about this ex-business partner. I don't know. Did anyone else think he sounded a little like that could be an angle? Like maybe he has something to do with it? He may not, but
I don't know about that, but maybe he was scared off by the same people who kidnapped the daughter.
I mean that's
So
I
it
mean-
may be worth at least talking to him to see.
see if he might have any information whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we will have questions that others didn't have, and maybe others just didn't ask the right question. So You know, I understand that people like to post things, jobs and stuff, and missing animals, but it really would help if they put a way to contact them or a place to to go. It would make things so much more easier.
Right? Like a place to meet, or a day, or time, or
Like-
an address.
Yeah, like missing. They at least put their house on there, and the Barton's Butchery. They actually put the name of the butchery on there. But a lot of the places they didn't put a location, a person, nothing. You can't. There's very little to go by. Like this exterminator needed. There is no location on that. Where do you need the rats exterminated from?
And who knows how old some of these posts are. I doubt
Yeah.
there's like anyone going there and be like, oh, this is expired. Oh, somebody fulfilled that job a while ago, but I'll just leave that out. It's like when people leave out their yard sale boxes after they've had a yard sale weekends ago.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any yard sales.
Yeah, let's go look for yard sales.
I think it'd be more like a garage sale.
For random animals and garage sales or yard sales.
Did you know that the cows and chicken posters have locations written on them, right?
Cow's been stolen. Yes, that one I believe does have. I have to bring up the bigger one, but yes.
I just want to keep an eye out because we don't know where the cows or chickens are.
Yeah.
So
And I
I
really-
really want to keep an eye out as we go about the rest of our stuff for the day.
Especially that poor little cat. I don't need a reward to return a kitten or a cat to some little girl. I think just a smile would be reward enough.
Would like to. Khalas wants to go back to the inn to try and find the missing girl,
Okay.
like the bar, and just kind of start asking people around about like the rich people that are. God, did I write any of this down? Their names. You know those.
Which names? The name of the family and stuff.
Yeah.
Estelamar Manor. Wait, give me a second. Butler, elegant lady, armored lady.
Oh,
Let
I
me
have
see.
their names. Hang on.
Yes.
I have their names.
Esme, maid, butler, Bernard. I swear I wrote down the mom's name. Where is it at?
No, she's just Lady Estelmar.
Okay. And the butler is Bernard. And the woman, the girl. I swear I wrote down her name. Sailor's Own Tavern. That's the inn we were at. Duan is the husband's ex-partner.
Who is the ex-partner? The ex-business partner?
Duan? I think
Duan.
Duan. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Duan. Investigate window, finger in box. Man's footprint.
Oh yeah, and there was the brother.
Oh, I forgot to write brother down. I forgot about that. Look for child to ask for address.
Might be interesting.
Castle ward.
Go ask the brother.
Brother.
Mhm.
Because he was like watching out the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And his room was right across from her room,
Supposedly he didn't hear anything.
supposedly.
Yeah. Which, I mean, how could he not hear anything? If he didn't hear anything, that really says something about how she was taken.
Mm-hmm.
Except there was like scuffle, right?
We don't know, but it definitely seemed like there was only one person who did the kidnapping.
Yeah.
They said that they cleaned up the room.
Yeah. And our theory was that she seemed to be preparing to help her father's business since the business partner left.
You put it on my
Hmm.
Doing?
this.
Oh, flip it.
I can't remember what was said about the ex-business partner, but I was curious why he was an ex-business partner. I think that was my curiosity.
It was kind of explained. Hang on, I got it. Can you? Magnets. Thank you.
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Let me go back to my notebook here. Hang on.
The girl's name is on the ransom note.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where I didn't write it down. That just means I need to bring up the note. Let's see here.
You're on the ransom now.
Oh yeah. This is the missing person. That's
See
not the
here.
ransom note. Ah, ransom note right here.
Is it your laptop or your headset?
It's a laptop.
Oh, that's right. Falia. Soft day or hard day? I'm gonna go with the soft day. Falia.
I guess I didn't write it down, but I think it was something about they were business partners and then he backed out for some reason. I don't remember exactly.
That leaves me curious just because of how business works and stuff. Did he find something more lucrative? Was the family being shady and he didn't want any part of it? You know, did they like buy him out? Like, why are they ex-partners? And was it something that could be a reason for him to be angry at the family and want to ransom the girl to get
I
more
just think
money?
if you are going to ask people questions, you let them answer and you don't give them answers that they might be able to use.
All right. Well, then maybe you should be the one that does the questioning.
I am just saying, when you go over to somebody and you say, why did he leave? Was it one of these 6 things I'm going to tell you? You know what I mean?
All right. It sounds like Guryev will be in charge of questioning this time.
That's okay with me.
Sounds great.
And if we don't like the answers,
You just
Or-
keep giving people outs, and it's like, why do you ask the question if you're going to answer it for them too?
okay. Very good point, Guryev. We will just ask the question. Actually, we'll let you ask the question.
With your very intimidating accent.
Yes. And if I want you to like,
In like
a little bit more.
grave enfeeblement.
and if I want you to ask a little bit more, I'll elbow you.
Or you
That'll
can
be a
just, you know,
sign.
I can cast silence, and then you can leave the room and cast zone of truth, and then I can take away silence and be like, oh my gosh, we were attacked for some reason, but it is fine, and you can talk, even though they will instantly know that it's zone of truth.
Yes, Zone of Truth is not the greatest.
Zone
I
of
wish it was.
immediate and very aware truth.
Yeah. It's like casting silence if you don't want the people to talk.
And then
And they only want to
incriminate
lie. Yes. Then it's like, well, you're obviously guilty because you're not saying anything.
themselves. Yes. Yeah, we know the things that they don't want to talk about.
All right, then shall we head back to the manor to question the brother, or do we want to investigate and talk to more people at the Sailor's Own Tavern?
I don't think we go back just yet. I think we let the brother stew, or
Perhaps we could start asking around about the ex-business partner.
Yeah, we could go back to the tavern. You know, people drinking, they tend to be more willing to give up information.
That's
And
true.
gossip. Taverns are always a great place to get gossip.
And these are pretty wealthy people, I imagine. So do you know any wealthy people that might
Well, but
know about those two? Businessmen?
if you want to get information from drunk people, you're going to have to go a little bit later in the day, or there will be less people drunk.
you just have to find the people that are committed to being drunk.
Yeah, but they aren't likely to have a lot of information if they're that committed.
But I do think that we investigate other things first before we go back. To ask the brother.
So then maybe we, early this morning, late morning, we work on getting more information about the business and the ex-business partner. And then in the afternoon and evening...
Yeah, say in the family. We can ask around about the family. Or are you going to say ask about the family later this evening at the
Well, again, the family seems to be quite wealthy, so maybe if you know any wealthy individuals that you could ask about this family.
Well, I mean, since you're bringing it up, I could always try to track down the woman I was at the ball with last night.
That's
see what she
right.
knows.
You did go to a fancy, extravagant, soiree.
Sorry, yes.
With wealthy folks. Yes, perhaps you could ask them, or the one that you went with last night, about this family. If there's any sedacious rumors about this business split, or about the daughter being missing in general.
It might be interesting to find out what the new business partner is doing now.
Yes,
Well, would anyone like to accompany me, or should I go on my own?
I will accompany you.
You
Okay.
go?
I think, yeah, that, right?
Yeah, we could all go, or we could split up. It's, whatever.
Is it fine if we all go to talk to this wealthy person?
I think it would be fine. I had an enjoyable time, but I don't plan on sticking around here. We're not going to be here much longer, so I don't think it should be too much of a problem.
All right, then I guess we'll all go.
Okay, it's a plan. And I dig into my food some more.
We have a
Alright.
plan for the day.
You have
We
a
have an
plan.
itinerary.
You have a starting point.
Yep.
Okay. So you will finish your breakfast and then head out to the castle ward where Gwyn, the night before, first found her possibly new love, Sue Velcrit. And it's a Cinderella Cinderella story where two people left off. You're gonna try and look for a noble person.
So,
Do you head to the Thelmasur embassy where you last saw her? Or the Thayan embassy?
well, it's an embassy, so I'm going to assume that they probably know all of the houses, or has someone there that knows the houses. So I guess that's a good starting point. Could go there and I could tell them that I had a lovely evening and whatnot, and need the address
Didn't
for.
she give you a card or something?
No, I don't believe she didn't give me a card. She just gave me her name
I
and
thought
money.
she like gave you some way to contact her because she wanted to see you again if you were gonna be in town for longer.
Did she?
Maybe not. I don't know.
In a place like that, having someone's last name, because houses are usually named after at least the wealthy houses are named after, the Velcroot Manor, or Velcroot Estate, or whatever, Wellington Estate, and so on. It's usually like named after the family if they're wealthy. Oftentimes, anyways. Or they're wealthy, so lots of people know where they live. Either way. But I think the embassy is a good place to start
All right.
to get her address.
So you make your way up northwest to where the castle ward is. As you're walking along, more and more people are in the streets, and the town of Waterdeep is slowly becoming to life. When you make your way to the castle ward, you notice the status of wealth. It changes gradually until it's drastic, and then suddenly you're in a rather posh part of town. And you come across the Lithian embassy once more. And it looks quite different in the daytime than you remember. The night before, you saw only a few people outside waiting for their courtship with this woman, and now there are a lot more people milling about. Not so fancy dresses, more just fine clothing, fine noble wear and whatnot. Only a few coming in and out of the embassy. And you enter, and when you go inside, it looks as if it's just a normal day. Gwyn, you sort of recognize this room, but it looks much different than the night before. A lot less people in dancing wear and gowns and tuxedos. Looks more like professional kind of thing. And to one side there is a elf in very fancy like a suit and kind of a posh neckerchief, and he sort of gestures your way. Excuse me. Yes, do you have somewhere you're looking for? Do you have an appointment with somebody here?
No, actually. I was at the ball last night with
You were?
a companion. Yes. I met a companion. We had a lovely time. She gave me her name, of course, but
Of course.
I told her I was going to be leaving town, so we didn't exchange addresses. However, I'm going to be in town and wanted to introduce my friends. I was hoping I could get her address or be directed to where she lives, or have a message sent calling upon her.
I see. He'll look over at the rest of your group. Well then, if they are with you, say you have been here last night, I think that should be alright. What was the name that was given?
Madame Sue Velcroot?
Madame Velkrut. Yes, I will look into it and see what I can find. Where she can be located, of course, I will not give her a residential estate. That is most inappropriate, but I'm sure I can find out where she frequents, so you may contact her.
Thank you, that would be very appreciated.
And he turns and walks into a side room that is on the edge of the hall, and leaves you into this the middle of this front area. There are a lot of people that are kind of like turning their heads and like turning back to their partners and whispering something, and you, in your current wear, you seem out of place. But after some time, he'll return and he'll say, "Yes, Madame Velkrut, she's at the... She frequents the Hawk's Feathers residence," and he'll gesture outside. "If you go up the Street of Stilts, right outside here, get to the edge and take a left, you will find their residence right there."
You said hawk.
The Hawk Feather.
Thank you for your time. And then I will.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I look at Delta and the rest of them. Khalas, Guryev. No, I believe that's it. Unless, do you guys have any questions? You might be
I
able to.
kind of shake my head.
Okay, no, I believe that'll be all. Thank you.
And I'll like nod at him.
Make a short bow, keeping his eyes on you.
I'm not bowing, so I'm going to just turn.
Alright. So you head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out to the street, and I guess I'll head up Silk Street towards the Hawk Feather residence.
Okay. So you go up the streets, and it's much less noisy in this area than the trade district you were just in. A lot of people are not so much trading and shopping and whatnot. It seems more business-like, more royal, noble person section of town. And you follow the directions up north until you get to a point, and then you turn left and find a large estate, kind of set it in the middle of several other residential houses, and on a plaque outside, you see the name Amanthair's Hawkfeather residence, and beyond this little stone wall, there's a very nice garden, lots of bushes that are blooming, tall grasses and whatnot, and there's a path leading up to the front door of this estate, and you see a few women of noble looking status going up into the residence.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and
Do we need to change our attire?
I'm kind of like hesitating because I'm feeling a little out of place. I think you might be right. I'm feeling very out of place. Like, even looking down at myself, I wasn't uncomfortable with what I'm wearing, but now I'm feeling like I might need to change.
We do have a bag of holding that we could possibly store some of our equipment.
Okay. But is that enough? We're just putting stuff in the bag of holding. Should
I mean, we'd probably
don't really want
end up down to our leathers.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Do we have like normal clothes?
You should have normal clothes, just like common clothes. Not sure if you have fancy clothes, except for what
Yeah.
Lynn had the night before.
and I can't be wearing the same dress the next day.
Oh yeah, we have common clothes
Yeah.
in our backpacks.
Okay, then I'm thinking we need to find somewhere to change into our common clothes so that we look a little bit more civil.
Oh, I got priest clothes. I got vestments. I'm gonna dress as a priest. I'm gonna put on my priest clothes.
What do I have? Let's see. Traveler's robes, that won't do.
I don't have any clothes listed on my item list.
Just don't wear clothes.
Oh, wait, I have cold weather clothes, but that's all I've got listed for clothes. Okay.
Might be in your backpack, and then you have to click on the eye and go to the description of that item.
Okay.
Because that's where I see my stuff. It's in my priest's
I
pack.
just have robes and traveler's robes.
I have a set of common clothes and then my vestments. I don't know. Are those? Can I get away with just wearing my vestments, or do I need to wear my common clothes underneath my vestments? How do priest clothes work? I don't.
I think
I don't know.
vestments would be like a large robe that covers everything, and then those two, I don't know what those are called, sash kind of things that hang over the shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd have
Oh,
maybe a hood, and then like super dangly arm holes for your thing, for your robe.
Sleeves. I got them
Sleeves,
bat
yes.
sleeves, and I got a hood.
Armholes for your robe.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear those.
Okay, are you just gonna drop trow in the middle of the street, or are you gonna find somewhere to dress?
Mm,
I'd like to find somewhere.
I'd
yeah.
like to find somewhere to buy some like semi-respectable clothing.
Ooh, yeah. How far are we from... Can we see the map, please?
Like a park, a public park where we could go change.
There are plenty
Yeah,
of
like
homeless
a
people
playground
here.
nearby.
I feel like I need a day dress. Just to be able to like talk to the upper class without like totally embarrassing myself and make her feel comfortable. She feels insulted amongst her friends. She may not be very forthcoming with information.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if we're showing up with armor and weapons
Yeah.
at the ready.
Okay, so
I mean, they wouldn't be at the ready.
Well,
Yep.
kind of. Just going based off of how our group seems to work. And
so we're right there.
Ray and
So-
people at McGee over here.
We're not too very far from the market. We could go to the market and find some decent day clothes.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can
mean,
keep an eye out for chickens.
Yes.
Or
And-
maybe somebody's selling fried chickens.
Oh,
Where do you get your chickens, sir?
I find them on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Street chickens make the best fried chicken.
story.
Okay, so yes, I would definitely like. I think we should head over to the market, and we can find something for those of us who need something, like myself. Find a decent.
What if I casted darkness?
You could.
Could we
cast
get away with that?
darkness,
Can
but
I
you would not-
cast darkness,
it'd be
and
really
then
hard for you
quickly
to
get dressed?
see.
Oh, like even myself to like get dressed?
Yeah.
Dang it. Thought I was onto something there.
I mean, go for it if you want. Don't let me
If I
stop you
can't
getting
see
naked
myself.
in the darkness.
You could end up putting yourself on inside out and backwards. I mean, that would not be a good look. I think we should just go to the market so that those of us who need something, like myself, can find a quickly find something to purchase, and then we can find. Oh no. If we find a clothing shop, then maybe we could just change there in the changing rooms or something. Like tip them well to be able to use the changing rooms.
Well, I mean, if we're buying clothes, I
Yeah.
don't think they would mind.
But I mean, like, if Khalas decides not to buy something because she wants to wear her priest clothes, then I mean, she's not purchasing, but if she uses them, I don't know. Tip them a little bit. Give them
Oh yeah, I could purchase some clothes. I have some money.
Maybe she wants some fancy socks
Okay.
with cats on
I
them.
think I need
don't
to have
know.
shoes with my vestments. I don't have any nice
That's true.
shoes.
And I think that having a nice day dress may come in handy. You never know.
Okay, well, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Okay.
Off
Do you-
to the market. We're off to see the market.
Which market would you like to go to? Are you going to the trade district market? Or are you going
The
to
Beth market.
the Castle Ward market?
How far is the Castle Ward market? Where? 'Cause I'm thinking there's definitely going to be a better quality of dress and clothing. Okay, that's down that way.
This is where you found the dress last night.
Okay, I'm thinking that there's definitely going to be better quality of clothing for what we want to use it for. Down here then.
And then the trade district is over here.
Okay. Oh. I was looking at Trader's Way in the market up here. So that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
But okay, that works. If we're here, we're closer to the castle one anyways, so it has the better quality shops. We should definitely go there.
Okay. So you view this lavish estate and the people walking inside and turn heel and go in the exact opposite direction. Nope, not going in there yet.
Nope, drug tested.
Wow, what an old
Wow.
reference.
Oh, such a great commercial. And it's about still morning, a few hours before noon, before the sun is directly above. And you make your way here. It looks like shops here are just starting to open up. Not a whole lot of people are entering this area.
Does anyone ever ask why like this box right here is like magnified?
Because there's a lot of stuff that happens there.
It's
I
a
don't know.
secret.
Feel like it's the coffin. It's starting to open up.
Oh, is the shop that I went to last night, is she open?
You go search and it seems that that place is not yet opened.
Okay. Well, didn't have my heart set on it, so if we see something else, just a random clothing shop
Of appropriate clothing.
of appropriate clothing. I want a day dress. an appropriate, like on a day dress. I feel like that's what would be expected.
Okay. There are plenty of appropriate clothing. Make a perception roll to see what you see.
Guidance.
I definitely perceive something.
I don't know why you have advantage on, so that's only 22, but
Been on it since last time.
Wait, let me see. Oh. I thought I turned
but
it off.
22 is still really good. So you're looking around. You do manage to see all kinds of shops, clothiers that have rather regal clothing. Some that's well out of your price range, but you manage to find in some spots some of the lower upper class, I suppose, of wear that might be suitable for those who are just now entering that status and would like to look nice.
More affordable. Gotcha.
So
Hey,
it's
guys.
like common clothing but with fine materials.
Yeah. Hey guys, what about one of these shops?
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
Sounds
here.
lovely.
I'll
You've
lead
been
the
here
way.
before.
Yeah, the shop I went to, she's not open, but these look like they might be just what we need. And I go in. I choose one at random of the couple I see.
Choose one at
I
random.
follow.
Yes, one of the 5 that you've already worked very hard on.
Nemo.
The one you enter is called the Sapphire House,
Okay.
and
Writing it.
you enter
Sounds
it inside. It looks similar to the one you went in the night before. There are mannequins that are dressed in fine clothing. There are wardrobes lining the walls, and a few other dresses that are on hooks that are being displayed here. Inside is a slender tiefling woman, and she chippers up when you enter. Good morning. How may I help you?
We're actually going to need some clothes.
Well, you're
I
in
need
the
a
right
day
spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need a day dress, and what are you guys needing?
Shoes.
Ooh, right. I should probably get different shoes. I look down at my feet. I definitely need different shoes.
We do not specialize in shoes, but we do have some here if you like. We do have
just-
some pairings with the dresses we have.
That could work. How much does one of your day dresses, like a nice day dress, cost?
A
What-
nice day dress. Well, the average would be about 10 gold. We go down to 5, and the best one we have, well, I'm not gonna say. Just it does go up there if you want. If you would like something much more fancy, I'm afraid we do not
think
have
that-
that kind of thing. But there are
No.
plenty other places if you'd like that.
No. I think 10 gold is plenty fancy enough. For my needs, anyways. Could you show me some of these these like various day dresses? Something in the 5 to 10 gold.
Yes. Do you know your colors? What looks
You
good on
know-
you?
I usually try to do more earthy colors, but I would be willing to be a little adventurous and try something a little different.
Spring is just around the corner. We could do something more floral or bright.
I I don't know about bright, but maybe something. Do you have like maybe some pastels, like flower type pastel colors?
Yes, we do.
I don't want bright though. No, thank you.
Well, I'll look for something that is not bright, but it is still pastel. Are you
Colorful, but not bright.
looking for mostly coverage? It is quite chipper outside still, but if you're getting ready for spring,
Maybe short sleeve with. Do you have any wraps that I could, keep my arms warm?
yes,
Since it is a bit, the way the dress lasts me longer and is more versatile.
yes we do.
Thank you.
Gotta keep warm with even our slimmer down dresses. And what else is everyone looking for? Maybe I could search for something while I'm looking for this, ladies.
The cloak I have is it like, can you remember what it looked like? I think it's like dark green or something.
It's the, what is it, Cloak of Elvenkind?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or what do you think it?
it's
What do you think it'll look like?
it's like leafy. It's got a lot of dark greens, medium greens. Has a hood.
Okay. I would like something that complements my cloak.
Are you looking for a dress as well?
Absolutely. I will curtsy, but
Excellent.
I am not. Probably just perhaps a nice vest and pants.
Oh, well, I will do my best to find one.
Is this like a dress shop?
Mostly,
Exclusively?
yeah.
Okay. Then I didn't realize that. I'll wander out, go look for something myself.
Okay. For the two of you, you said shoes. What about you? Delta.
Problem solved. Sorry, I was still trying to fix the sound.
Okay.
I will need a dress as well. And probably some shoes also.
What kind of? Are you looking for the same dress she is?
Maybe not exactly the same, but I missed what she described.
Something in pastel.
But not too
Colorful
bright.
but not bright. Yeah, don't want too bright. He said that, or she said that the price range is sort of in the 5 to 10 gold range. She has something nicer, but I really don't think we need something that fancy for our needs. What do you think?
No, I think that sounds fine, although I'd like more of maybe like a neutral shade.
Oh, all right. Something specific. We can go with white or black. Do you have a color that you prefer?
Maybe like a cream color with some nice gold edging or something.
Well, she mentions that. I do want a pastel dress for today, but I could definitely use a cream colored dress with simple adornment on it for future that I could, have for a later date.
All right. And for the shoes, what colors and style are you looking for?
Just need something simple. Slippers. Maybe some cream ones that will match both dresses.
My apologies. I was speaking to this woman looking for the shoes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, I am looking for something simple, but oh, what's the right word? Simple, but nice. Something that a person of faith would wear. I'm planning to wear my vestments, and I appear to have not packed any shoes to go with my vestments. I would love something with a heel.
Yes, I was just about to suggest that. But if you would like to wait out here, I will be right back and look what I can find. Feel free to look around this, see if you find anything that catches your eye.
Sounds good.
And she will do a little curtsy and then head up to the back area where she will look for your specific items. And you look around, there's quite an assortment of both heavy and light wear in here. Some loose and I don't know how to describe it. Brain dead. Anyway, some like vests to go over your dresses, some blouses, some very nice skirts as well. And after some time, she'll come out holding a like robin's egg blue dress with a somewhat moderate V, and the sleeves go down to the wrists, but they're very open in the middle and layered with some lace along the dress, the skirt area, and then with the other one, she'll have a cream-colored one. Oh man, I can't think. It'll have a few spots with flowers on the front. It'll go across the chest and show some of the shoulder and down their arms, and it'll be quite long. It reaches past your knees. And then in the other hand, she'll be carrying very carefully 3 pairs of shoes that she found in the that seem to match both dresses and the description before. The ones that Khalas are looking for appear to be a white sort of shin-high boot with a little bit of a heel, not too high on that. And she'll say, how are these looking? I don't know your measurements, but I did my best to guess what might fit.
Well, I think that they're quite lovely. Could I try it on?
Yes, of course. And she'll gesture to the other side of the room. It seems that there is one fitting room that is open, waiting for a recipient.
Okay, I turned it out. If you don't mind, I'll go first.
Sure.
And there's the red and blue one for me.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and I'll take it in there with me. Didn't I head towards the dressing room?
All right.
How about... Do I say it fits well, or should I roll to see?
What would you roll?
I don't know. Perception? Perceive whether it fits? I'm gonna say it fits well. It works for me.
I mean, it fits.
It is.
It's a one size fits most. I would
Yeah.
say. So it's not a slim fit, but it works pretty well.
It probably has like ties.
Mm-hmm. Off the rack and has adjustment like ties, like you said. Okay, yeah. This works for me. And I think robin egg's a pretty color and I shouldn't need a second dress. And I step out. What do you ladies think? I'm gonna give a little
Looks
spin.
lovely.
Okay, I'll change back, and then if you want, you can try yours on.
Sure.
Out of character change back. Aren't you doing this to have a place to change?
Oh, thank you.
Leave the store and be like, oh well, I have the dress, but it's not on me.
Thank you. I'm just gonna grab my things. Back in character. Let me just grab my things. Okay. I grab my other dress and I exit. I was like, okay, you want to put yours in or try yours on? And I get out of her way.
Yep, and I'll go in and try on the dress and the shoes. What do the shoes look like?
The shoes look like they have a slight heel as well. They're more for springtime, so they are closed heel or closed toe, but open for the rest of it, and it has a strap on it to keep it secure. They are off-white.
Okay, I'll leave the dress on and I'll come out and tell her I think it fits perfectly. Do you have these shoes in black by any chance?
Yes, I believe we do. That is a good color to have a lot of. But the dress, it fits, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And she'll take the shoes from you and head back in the back area. Khalas, you can change into your vestments here.
Okay, I do change into my vestments and take a look at my shoes, the shoes that I'm purchasing. Make sure they look good.
And what do my shoes look like? Are they the same as...
Yours were the same as mine,
Okay.
I think.
Everyone changed their tokens now that they have something new to wear. The vestments go down pretty far. You have to lift them up. They don't hit the floor, so they drag. But you'd have to lift them up to actually look at the shoes that you're wearing, Khalas.
That's not what my token says.
Token?
Because they don't. Yeah, I'm making a token.
Oh, you are actually making a token.
Yeah,
Alright.
I was like, "Ooh, it'd be cool to have an actual token."
Might as well. And she'll come back, have the exact same shoes in black.
Wonderful. I'll sit down and put them on. And then ask her how much I owe her.
Is this all together or separate?
I can pay from my own.
Separate, I think.
Okay. So for the 2 pairs of dress and shoes, that will be 9 gold each. And for you, miss, the shoes, it'll be 1 gold.
All right.
Pay him. Pay up.
I will-
And if there's anything else you would like, feel free to ask. I am very happy to help.
I will tip her 1 gold.
Yeah, I was.
I'll also tip a gold.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you very
Your
much.
shoes were only a gold.
That's quite a tip.
3 gold. She was very helpful. And she allowed us to use her dressing room.
That's true.
And she wasn't rude at all.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we came in wearing our traveling clothes.
It was very obvious that you needed help finding clothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess we should go see if Guryev was able to find a shop for himself.
Guryev, you can head outside while the ladies are trying on dresses, and it doesn't take you very long to find a gentleman's store not too far from the establishment. You enter, and it's a lot more I don't really want to say dark, I just want to say like deeper tones. There's more dark greens and browns in here. You enter and you see that there's a young man getting fitted for a suit. There are two people helping. A human is taking the measurements while a half orc is watching, and he sees you enter and he says, yes, welcome. How may I help? Are you looking for clothing?
Guryev,
Yes.
Yes.
you're being spoken to.
Oh, alright. I thought I was gonna have to like roll a thing to do something.
Roll intimidation.
Yeah. Get off my lawn! Sorry, you're in the middle of the street.
You enter a gentleman's clothing shop. There's someone
A
getting
like
fitted.
for a gentleman, or a gentleman owns it.
A clothing shop for
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Okay.
There's a person getting fitted. A human is taking the measurements while a half orc is gesturing to you. Are you in need of clothing?
Yes, it seems I am.
Are you off in the distance? I seem to hear an echo.
I have a very loud voice, and it echoes in every room that I go. I seem to have found my way somehow haphazardly into an environment that I do not have clothes for, and I think you might be the person to help.
Well, if you are in this part of town, I'm sure you have discovered that those clothes are not quite suitable for this area.
Yes, they are. They have served me well in traveling, but discourse with certain people requires a little something nicer.
What are you looking for specifically?
I was thinking maybe like a vest and a nice shirt, and then some pants to go with this cloak that I have. I like the one that I'm currently wearing.
And are you seeming to spend as much as you just need to be, or would you like to have something a little more lavish?
Maybe somewhere reasonably in the middle.
That sounds reasonable. Are you looking
It's not
for
like
anything to match? You said the cloak?
Yes, like you know, something like a dark green or around that color.
I'm sure we can find something for you. He'll turn to the two and say, "Excuse me," for a moment. He'll walk over to one of the walls, take down one of the vests and place it over his arm, and peer at some of the other shirts on the wall and take one down as well. And
So I guess like specifically like the vest I would like to match the cloak, but like the shirt and the pants can be like a normal just nice shirt, and then the pants can be whatever color. I don't need to be walking around like the goddamn Joker or something, or like the Riddler.
Riddler.
Yeah.
You don't want a top hat with question marks on it?
No.
Because we got that. Alright. He'll find a emerald green vest. It seems to shine slightly in the light. But he'll also find a white shirt and black pants. Just standard noble wear. Would you like to try this on before you head out?
That would be appreciated.
Alright. I'll hand you the items. If you will head into the back there is a room that you may see if it's appropriately fitted.
Alright. I rolled well on my athletics check. I did not fall down when.
Struggling to get inside your clothing?
Yep. Well, you know, like when you try to put that first pant leg in, sometimes it's a little twisted. And you turn into a pirate with a peg leg.
Push your first leg in, and then try and push the second one in, and turns out you put your right leg into the left pant leg.
Mm-hmm.
It seems it's not as fitted as you would get with the gentleman getting fitted out there, but it's not super loose. It doesn't look like you just went to a pawn shop and grabbed the first suit you could find.
Okay. I'm gonna. Well, How long before we? Are we going back immediately to the place, or do we have like some time, like some downtime?
I was gonna head back there immediately,
Okay.
but if you were needing or wanting to do something else first, that's why I changed right into it.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Okay. Then it fits. So I guess I'll go out and I'll say this will be fine. I'll come back tomorrow and have it tailored.
Excellent. For now, it would be 6 gold.
And do you have might have any shoes that would go along with it?
Yes. I will find some looks down at
Or do you know someone that you would recommend?
Cobbler?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Just a couple doors down, you may find Mertz Menwear.
And is to get them fitted. Is it included in the price, or will it be an additional?
Well, for now, since you are not fitting it just yet, it will just be 6 gold. You come back and get it fitted, we will give a service fee as well.
Okay, I appreciate it. Grab it, go get shoes that fit.
Alright.
Unless you want.
What was that?
I said unless you want to, we don't have to say that I.
Fine shoes for gold.
Yeah. A gold?
Yeah.
Sweet. And I will put my, I guess, clothes in need of washing into the extra dimensional bag of holding.
Just like crumple them up and stuff them in this bag.
Put them on hangers and then slide them in, and then just let them go because they don't need to be hung up.
All right. So you go back out in the street. At that time, you see Delta, Gwyn, and Khalas sort of looking around to see where you went. They look quite a bit more dressed up last time you saw them.
Seems you accomplished what you were looking. Other people. Dankeschön.
Oh, I guess I was muted. I said, thanks, you look nice too.
Thanks for noting.
Well, other than a few smudges of dirt on your face and possibly your hands, you look like you're ready for a nice day.
Doesn't somebody have prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation doesn't work on live creatures.
Thought it did. That you could take off dirt.
You can take off the item
It
and then
can't be worn.
Yeah. The space that is inside prestidigitation can't have a living creature inside. So if you wanted to take off the clothing, prestidigitize it, dry it, whatever, and then put it back on, that'd be usable.
Am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Some people just say, oh, just whatever, just remove the smudge on your face, doesn't really matter. But so you head back to the estate, the Hawkfeather estate.
We're all ready to go. I believe we are.
Yes.
Just as soon as Khalas has a new token.
I'm actually one too.
Oh my god.
Alright, you head back up the Street of Silks, where you find the estate. Looks rather nice. And would you like to go in the front entrance? Or are you gonna wait out front for Sue?
I'd like to go in the front entrance. Would you guys like to come with me since we are all appropriately attired?
All right, that sounds fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not nervous though. Calm. As I act a little nervous. Not nervous though. Okay. Walking forward. And I guess just walk up to the door. I don't know if the door's open. Wait, are they actually... I know you said that there were ladies. Were they going inside or were they having like a luncheon outside? Like a breakfast outside?
The women were heading inside them.
Okay. Then I guess we just approach the door and give it a knock.
Okay. You knock on this broad door, and opening the door is a very finely dressed woman, and she looks very proper and says, "Oh, oh my, are you here for tea?"
I was actually here to... hoping I could find the companion of mine that I met last night.
Oh,
I was told that she would be here for the tea.
quite possibly. If you'd like, you can step inside, or if you would prefer, I mention the name that you are looking for.
If you don't mind us stepping inside, that would be appreciated.
Yes. Come right in.
Comfortable. Thank you. By the way, my name is Gwynnestari. You may call me Gwyn. Most people do.
You are led into this hall, this looks rather like a friendly time. There are quite a few women that are in groups chatting around the foyer. There's stairs leading up to another floor. It seems rather like an event is about to take place. There are several small tables that are scattered around the sides of the front room. On the tables there are little plates of various foods and little delicacies. There's a one of the tables has a large pitcher with several teacups around it, and it looks like somebody's about to enjoy tea, as it were.
Okay. Is the lady who answered the door, is she still standing with us?
Yes, Gwen, make a perception roll.
Persuasion, performance, perception.
Looking around, you among the ladies, you managed to find Sue in one of the groups. She is talking, having a nice chat with some of her other noble women. The lady at the door says, "Now, who may I ask you are looking for?"
I'm actually looking for Madame Valkrut, and I do believe I see her right over there.
Yes, Sue. And Sue will turn. As she sees you, she gets very excited to look on her face. Oh my! You found me! She'll
Indeed,
come over
I did.
and like do a little curtsy, and I didn't think I would see you again.
I know, I didn't think we would either, but I just couldn't stay away.
Oh, I know how you feel.
These are my traveling companions. I believe I mentioned them last night. This is Khalas. Nahar? Nahar.
Khalas Nahar.
Okay. Khalas Nahar. And this is Delta.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Guryev.
I'll just nod.
Very nice to meet you. My name is Sue Bahut. What may I have the pleasure of meeting you here?
Well, I just wanted to introduce my friends, and I thought while I did that, I could maybe get a little bit of gossip on the town,
Oh
and
my.
I'm always up for a little gossip, a little small chat.
Well, did you have something in mind?
No, I was actually talking to some people yesterday before I met you at the ball. I'm helping a family try to find their missing daughter. Are you familiar with the Estelamir?
The Estelmers?
Yes.
Oh. Their
Their daughter, Thalia, is missing.
Thalia's missing? Oh.
You hadn't heard?
I just thought she was tending to her father's business. I didn't realize she didn't actually show up. Oh, that's
No, no.
dreadful.
Yes, I know. She was tending to his business, but in the course of doing that, she's gone missing. We believe she's been kidnapped. And
Oh my!
I know, it's dreadful. While we were talking to her mother yesterday, they received a package. It was a very unpleasant package. You haven't heard
Anybody
anything.
gonna speak up?
Can you tell me anything about their business partner?
Oh,
Do you know who it was?
this is a lot of information. I had no idea. She always comes here for
She
tea,
does.
but we haven't seen her for a week. I just figured she was busy with her father being so up in his office all the time.
Okay. Who does she normally chat with when she's here?
Oh, just everyone.
Yeah.
She loves being here and being with her friends. Occasionally, this isn't quite a stopping point for gentlemen. She'll gesture to Guryev, but occasionally she will bring her new bow. But
Has she
it's
had a new
rather
bow
new.
recently?
Yes, within the past month.
Really?
He hasn't shown up very often.
What was he like?
He's very nice. We are very glad to have him. It did rather bore him to be here, but that's young men.
Was he quite handsome?
I would say so, yes. Valia was quite enthralled with him.
Oh, do tell. What did he look like? I'm quite interested.
Oh, he was quite tall. He's short hair, brown, slender young man, and he did keep to himself quite a bit. He very humble young boy, eager to share stories about his work, but
Really,
it's-
what kind of work does he do?
It was not really appropriate for what Thalia was in the lifestyle with. He did mostly manual labor.
Oh, I understand.
Did some sailing on the seas.
Okay. I bet the family didn't approve of that. Was she keeping the relationship a little quiet from her family? It would seem a little hard to do if she's taking him to places like this.
Well, I'm not exactly sure. They didn't, she mostly keeps out of, families, personal lives. She likes to come over here in a downtime. I haven't seen her mother or father very much. Her brother is very seclusive. Mostly just
Oh.
Valia.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Well, I've shared quite a bit of what's happened here. I would love to hear one of your stories about adventuring.
Oh, we have so many. Khalas?
You said earlier that most of the time men do not find their way here. Are you suggesting that I leave?
Oh, I didn't believe that's what she was saying. Is it Sue? Sue. Think we lost Sue.
We do? I'll take that as a...
Are you back, Sue?
Hello?
I think Sue might need to restart again.
We gotta restart. Reboot.
Reboot Sue. Are you back,
Abort.
Sue.exe has stopped working.
Would you like to file a report?
Sue? Okay, while Sue's out, should we think about other questions that we want to ask Sue?
What his name was, maybe?
He didn't seem to know, but she did have quite a bit. I wrote it down. Sailing, Nubu.
No,
Really
you would want to ask, like, how close of partners were they? What did he do afterwards? Is he still here? Did he leave? Has
Did
he
he
started
open up
another
a...
business?
Yes, did he open up a competitive business?
Just try to understand. And also talk about the dad. Like, was he liked by everybody? Did he seem
Oh, I don't have to be the only one speaking. Someone else may speak.
I'm just saying, you don't have to tip the entire hand to get somebody to talk. You just open the
I am still
conversation.
quite new at this. I thought that's what I was doing. You may speak too.
You like,
And I will be quiet and listen. And I will learn.
Hello?
Ooh,
Hello.
hear you. Hi,
Hello.
Sue.
well,
Sue's back.
Hello, I am Sue. I am back.
Sue, your voice, it's gotten deeper.
No, men aren't allowed here.
What are you talking about? We have no men here.
Only women.
Only
Roll a perception
beautiful
check.
women.
We go look. We see some of the women have beards. It's like,
But that's what kind of party this is. Okay.
I just want to be fancy sometimes.
Hey, all the power to you.
I come for the cakes. I stay for the tea and gossip.
I hear ya. I hear ya.
I come for the dresses, I stay for the women. Yes, the women. Others chime in.
I like the company.
It's like when you're playing WoW, it's like all these women, but they're actually men men players. It's like Yes, I too am female. Hello, fellow females.
Give me money, I will dance for you.
Yes.
Okay, where did we cut off?
Guryev asking if he should leave because
If men were allowed.
Are you suggesting I leave?
Okay, Su will sort of, give an uneasy eye towards Guryev. Well, this is just not very entertaining for men, I suppose.
I would say probably in normal circumstances it would not be.
Mm.
The other elements have piqued my interest.
So, Falia's new boo, he sounds awfully interesting.
Do you,
Uh,
have you eaten yet today?
What?
Have you had lunch or dinner? Amanda,
What?
please for the love of God, the clicking. Oh my God.
I thought you were gonna bring up the echo.
I mean, both. Yes.
Please, for the love of God, the echo.
I would like to apologize. It's a bit forward to get straight to business. I know the day isn't that old, and we have lots of time. We'd love to get to know you, but I'm just wondering, would you prefer to talk over some food and drinks, or, you know, somewhere at least sitting down?
Well, we are just about to start with tea.
That sounds lovely.
may we join you?
I'm so tiny. Whoa, whoa, no, I'm huge.
I'm huge!
Oh, your outfit looks so cool.
Yes, that's my vestimates.
Well, if you'd like to join us, feel free to help yourselves to any finger food or
Cover charges 300 platinum.
For today, you may be my guests. Although the hawk feathers are very strict about certain people who come in, but I will make sure that it is perfectly fine if you join us.
Thank you.
She'll walk over to the table with the pitcher and pour herself a teacup with the saucer and start handing out if anyone would like some beverage.
Khalas will gladly accept.
Yes, I will gladly accept some. I'm going to assume it's tea. I will gladly accept some tea.
Oh God, I hope it's tea.
It's Kool-Aid.
It's Kool-Aid.
Oh, drink the Kool-Aid.
I was gonna say it's like it's hot wine or something.
It's spiked Kool-Aid.
Spiked Kool-Aid. It's Jello shots, just in a teacup.
Try and pour it out, and it's just like.
Plastic hasn't been invented yet, you understand?
What is gelatin?
Oh, you know, it's the thing that's made from bone. From
Delicious.
marrow? That sounds about right. It's made from some kind of organ, some kind of body part. Horses? I don't know. No, that's glue. Never mind.
Okay. You sip the drink that she gave you.
Yes.
It's fairly floral. It's like lavender, with like just a taste of honey. And it goes down warm and sweet. And she'll pass out more if the rest of you would like some.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds great.
okay.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
About what time is it?
She sneezed all over the tea. No.
Here's a plate of hors d'oeuvres, with seasoning.
I think I'll pass.
It's about noon.
Okay.
Tea time. Well, it's actually lunchtime.
Shh.
There will be platters of fruit and little
There's
pastries.
those little sandwiches. You know, the ones where there's like cucumber and cream cheese and stuff, and they're like, they don't have crusts.
Mini bagels with cream cheese
Yeah.
in it, and some turkey or pheasant in this case.
Pheasant with tea? How odd.
But yeah, various foods that are, and as you're milling about the tables, some of the ladies will kind of look at you and be a bit peculiar. You're not in a special noble house that they know of. Maybe you're newcomers, but Sue will turn and say, "Well, so where have you been? Where you say you were out adventuring? What kind of things have you done?"
Well, we've done quite a bit. We've fought demons and giants, and
We've come from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I'm very sorry for your loss.
thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Though many people have lost a lot more than just us.
Yes.
Especially me, because I didn't lose anything.
You lost your hometown
Yes.
to that demon that burnt everything down. Good times. And then our comrade. Oh. I suppose we have had actually quite a lot of loss this last year.
And our poor pets.
Just like the prim and properness of Khalas is just kind of really putting Guryev off. He's just kind of like this, like the head back, kind of like confused eyes, just like the fuck is going on. Like who?
Pull a handkerchief out of your sleeve and lightly
Like
dab,
holding my teacup properly with my pinky up when
lightly
I go
dab
to
your
sip.
cheeks, even though there are no tears there.
I always make sure that like my elbows of my hands are never resting on the table, but they are still seen. Like my hands are still above the table, like proper etiquette.
Mhm.
That sounds quite exciting. But it seems you have lost quite a bit. Have you had much to gain?
Indeed, we have. As you all might remember, about a year ago, there was the great loss of powers and memory that a lot of us have experienced. And we have spent the last year trying to correct that by finding legendary items and having them taken care of by the clergy in some of the biggest towns and cities and Faerun, and that has been helping everyone in Faerun gaining back their power and their memories.
how loudly are you talking about this? Are you just like openly saying this, or are you kind of like hush hush?
Too loudly. I'm more just talking to anyone who's maybe like
A
within
table
5
away.
feet of us.
Okay.
Just like the immediate group of at our table.
Yeah.
Well, there aren't tables to sit at. There are tables that are scattered around with various plates on them. So like you can go to one of them, grab a plate and put some pastries on one, and go to another, get some fruit. So there's kind of like fancy themed. But as for sitting along the walls, there are some sitting chairs where you can just
Oh
lie
god.
back and
Like
watch the room as you
cotillion.
munch.
But yeah, I don't think we're talking super loud. I think we're just talking like
Oh,
within anyone who is within 5 feet of us, I
oh
guess.
yeah, we got these legendary items that we have taken care of, and somehow people get their memories back. Not like that?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
just wondering.
it would.
So you, Sue is on your every word as you talk about traveling around and finding these fantastical items. And she says, "Ah, yes, I did hear about that. That was a huge loss. The Magisters Guild was in uproar. They did their best. I didn't quite understand how or what even happened, but they did go on and on about it."
I'm going try to get Khalas's attention in some way or another.
Good
Look at her.
message.
Look at her, and then I'm going to say, we actually still have one of those items that we got rid of it.
Are you like
Sure.
whispering this to me, or
No. I'm saying it to her, and then I'm gonna say, Delta, do you want to show it to her, or perhaps let her see what they can still do? That would be funny.
You're muted, Delta.
Khalas is going to look confusingly like
Here?
items? I thought we had them all destroyed.
You can. She can
You'll see.
try her hand at luck. If you ever want just a small taste of what adventuring is.
I look at her skeptically. Should she say anything?
She goes mute.
Sorry, what?
I am hinting at giving her a roll at the die of luck and seeing what sort of utter chaos comes from that, because that would be fantastic. As if she rolls like whatever and just passes out for however many hours, goes into a coma.
I did get the hinting at rolling the die, but was Delta aiming to get something from Sue?
No. Oh, yeah. I was kind of like trying to figure out if she actually was interested.
She seems enthralled by whatever this thing is. Like, what? You said you had them taken care of? Is one still in your care?
It has already been neutralized. It is
Yes.
Oh,
relatively safe.
that sounds dangerous.
Relatively.
Neutralized.
Mhm.
It has been taken away.
Alright. If it's dangerous, I don't think this is the place to show it off, I suppose.
Yeah, it's may or may not be dangerous. It really is.
It's the kind of thing if you are a gambler, you might
Yes.
enjoy the novelty of. Otherwise, probably best not to play around with Lady Luck, as it were.
Yes, it really is a game of chance.
It is. You said the gamblers. Well, if you'd like to, you could go to the High Flagon. That is a very nice place for gamblers. If you're into that
Sit.
thing.
Is it a place that the noble class visit often?
People of all sorts go there.
Perhaps maybe we will check that out.
What, this item you said was of a gambler's sort. What other, were they all like that? Or were there others?
There was an interesting belt, an interesting ring.
The bed was not interesting.
Well, there was a box, I believe, with a statue. There was a number of things.
And they all did different things.
Yes,
Um,
and were acquired at different times.
Guryev is visibly disappointed. He's just like, you
We
guys.
do not have them anymore because they have been taken care of.
Sleight of hand to see if I steal it. And roll it myself.
How many people are like also around us, like the noble class? Like, are they all just like fascinated by us in general and they're listening, or do a lot of them just kind of meh?
Well, you haven't gathered a crowd.
I think we're just talking to her, right?
Yeah,
just talking
you
to her.
are sitting at one of the sets of chairs that's on one of the walls. You get a few glances from others, but when they see that you're with Sue, they
Should we
won't
try
seem to mind too much, and they'll go on with their business, chatting with other noble women.
Should we maybe try to direct the conversation back towards Thalia and her boyfriend, and what her boyfriend try to get more information about?
Maybe what his name is.
Yeah. If anyone maybe remembers it.
We've already asked about her brother, right?
No, the brother was the brother mentioned? He was mentioned just vaguely mentioned.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
maybe ask about him because he would. I mean, would have to know about him.
So Guryev, since you think that you would be much better at questioning, why don't you redirect the conversation back and take charge of it?
While Guryev's doing that, Khalas is going to excuse herself and go to like one of the food tables and just be like, maybe picking out some food on her plate, but also trying to eavesdrop on people and their conversations that are maybe around those tables.
All right. Make a perception roll for that.
And sleight of hand.
Ray of enfeeblement on the entire room.
You get a ray. You
Level.
get a ray.
Cast darkness. I cast silence.
Yeah. The entire room to see what
Just
I
utter
hear.
the chaos just erupting from people thinking they all of a sudden went deaf.
11.
Um,
11.
So you hear some. You catch like bits and pieces of things, of names you don't recognize. You catch Pather, and you catch Raleigh. You catch Aerie and Syndra, Aurora. These names don't really have any significance to you. And you also hear some of the ladies talking about the evening before, talking about the Thayan embassy ball, that the masquerade ball that they attended and had a great time with some of their dates, and afterwards they had a lovely after party at somebody's home.
Nothing of like I would think is interesting. Nothing about docks or. Okay.
You do manage to hear, like, you turn back and head back to Sue and your parties where they're sitting, and you do manage to just barely get a hint of the name Valia.
Ooh, we hear the name Valia. We should definitely check it out. Nice job or something.
Yeah, so I head back to the table, but enough about our adventures. Unless Guryev is talking, then I will listen to him. Ask his questions.
I was going to just say that we would love to tell you more stories, but currently we are invested in this missing person case. We've been traveling quite a while, and it would be nice to just stay somewhere first. And we do need someone who can give us some insight into the world of the people who live here. You seem very interested in helping out people who are adventuring and solving problems. Do you have any idea of any of these people or anything that you think is odd, interesting about their lives? We would be very grateful to understand. Either from the dad of her or her brother, if you know anything about him. Just things that stand out.
A quick side note, as Khalas is returning, Guryev is just saying, and he stuck it right up the demon's ass. You couldn't have seen a better sight. He just grabbed onto the butt and rode it into the middle of the city. That's the last we saw of him. Bless his soul. Anyway,
That doesn't sound like Guryev.
in alternate reality.
Chatty Guryev.
I really don't know much about him. His name, he did introduce himself as Demetrius. But he was very quiet. He very attentive to what we had to say. In the short
She's talking
time
about the
that
partner?
what?
She's talking about the business partner?
Or the
The
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Okay.
He's he didn't stay very long. He just came to stop by when Falia had tea with us, and then come back when it was over, and they left very elated. But while he was here, he was a great listener. He loved to hear about everything here, and even though I could tell that he was a bit bored with what we had to say, he still paid attention, still knew what we had said. He was
Was
very respectable
he-
young boy.
Was he a local, or did he come from out of town?
I believe he lives here.
Did he mention his parents by chance?
We didn't get into family relations.
So he was not known by the noble class?
Not particularly, no.
So she was dating a commoner?
It,
Surely her father would not allow that kind of relationship.
but, I don't know if he knew about it.
A secret lover. How scandalous.
Very. But as I said, he seemed to be a sailor, I think. Talking about sailing on the Sword Coast and a lot of manual labor. He was very, very strong, if you know what I mean.
Was her father the type to be disapproving of such relationships?
He wanted the best out of her. He knew that she would someday inherit his work, and any lowly distraction might prevent that from happening. If she were to marry, she should marry into wealth, so that in the event of his passing, her husband might not need to wait on her every word. He will have his own sort of enterprise as he does his own business, I'd say.
And this Demetrius was not a captain or a higher-ranking officer or as a sailor? He was just a common worker?
I don't think he mentioned it.
Could you describe what he looked like?
Oh, well,
To the best of your memory.
he did his best to dress nicely, as this gentleman is doing, but he wasn't always kempt. You could tell that his hands were calloused with work. Not in the noble sense of fine upkeep, I suppose.
How old would you guess? Was he around the same age as Thalia?
I suppose he'd be a little bit older. I did not catch his age, but
The maid did say that she was awfully eager lately to go help her father. Was her father's business down by the docks by any chance?
well, of course, he owns the docks.
Ah,
He's in
So
charge
she
of
may
all
have
the
met
trade that comes in.
sailor there. You said when they left they were excited. Did she say why?
Oh, I just believe they were happy to be together. He definitely made her happy. He was very kind and sweet.
How long ago did they come?
Oh, I haven't seen either of them for more than a week.
Okay.
What color was his hair and his eyes?
What was his astrology sign? Sounds like a Gemini.
He had dark brown hair, almost black actually, and strong brown eyes you could just stare at. some of the other ladies were a little bit jealous of Valia's keep. They
Quite a
were-
muscular fellow then.
Oh yes. He, being of his status, many of the women here wished they could be with someone like him, but
Like Gaston.
they
Would you
yes.
wager that he might have been strong enough to, say, carry you off your feet?
Oh, I would like to believe so.
And him being a sailor, they tend to have, markings and tattoos. Did he have any on him that you might have noticed?
His wear did cover where you would suspect tattoos might be, but occasionally when he came and gave a farewell kiss to Thalia as she was having tea, I did notice some markings on his upper right arm. It looked to be something sharp, I guess.
Perhaps like a dagger of sorts?
I'm not sure. It seemed it could be some sort of spikes or animal fangs or claws. I really didn't get a good look at it.
That's quite all right. You've actually given us quite a lot of information about him. If he truly cares for her, I'm sure he's also out looking for her.
Well, I'm really concerned for her safety. I'm not sure what we can do about it. As you know, I just found out about it when you came.
Did you happen to know about the Estelmer business and their ex-business partner leaving?
Oh, I really didn't get into that. Thalia was... She was learning quite a bit about it. She didn't really share much about what her father...
Did she
businesses,
seem to be
expenses, and
interested
whatnot.
in it?
Did she seem to be interested in it?
In what she was learning about the business.
Oh, she... If she wasn't here or down at the docks, she would be in her room studying about what to be, how to run a business and all that. It's only been a few years that she started doing that. She's trying to get into that more. She understands that her father wants her to pick up on that.
But does she like it?
Well, she doesn't mention it here. She seems to be more interested in noble work when she's here. But whenever I would visit her, she would briefly talk about something going on. Something rather, nothing. I didn't really pay attention to it. We were just getting together to go out for the evening.
How unusual that she would be working, that her father had her planned as the heir to the estate, as it were, instead of her brother. Is that usual here?
Well, not exactly. Although,
Well,
she
I would
was...
venture to guess that you haven't seen her brother that many times.
Her brother is very secluded. She's
That's what I thought.
much more intelligent than him. She does like the numbers, putting numbers together and whatnot. And she's fascinated by the people that come in and wants to know more about all that. But I would say, though it being unusual, she is the eldest, and with her brother not wanting to be more a part of the family, she is the rightful heir, I suppose, unless her father wanted to give it to somebody else, but I don't think it would go out of the family.
And why is the brother a recluse? Is that...
Wouldn't
Did something
know.
happen?
I think that's probably something we could reserve for him.
Well, but there are rumors, I'm sure.
I think he's got a lot of time on his hands to be rather observant of everything that goes around.
That is true.
So I think we will
But there
see
must
some of
be
those.
some gossip about him.
She
Yes.
Surely.
She does lean forward and have a hushed voice. I did hear something, though. He is, unlike most of us here, my mistake. He, Devon, is more into the magical arts. She leans back, but I'm not sure what that is all about. He, young boy, stupid and in his own mind, I'm not sure. He's definitely not the type of noble that would pick up any business right now. Folly is much better suited. She's much more smart in that regard.
All the more reason why we should hope to find her.
Oh, of course. I was missing her, but I just figured she was wrapped up in a business with something. A couple more days and then I would have gone down to the docks to visit her, but I don't rarely go down there, just maybe to see some eye candy.
Do you happen to know where the address is that she worked down at the docks?
Oh,
We would love to stop by there to see if there perhaps might be any hints or clues to her whereabouts or her captors.
an address? Are you speaking of her father's business?
If that is where she worked, unless she had her own office.
I'm not sure with her own personal office. I think she was spending her time in her father's study in that business. But his, if you're looking for a name for where it is, it's called the Horizon Sails.
I'm taking notes.
Sorry, yeah, me too.
That's fine. Well,
That's the father's business, correct? Horizon Cells?
yes, that is Lord Estelmar. His business as to taking care of the docks in general, the ins and outs, what comes in.
And there's no other competing business that are trying to manage the docks.
No, he is the head. He's been the head for some time. He does not take advantage of that, though. He's a very fair man. He figures if he ups the price on trading coming in, then less trade will come in and less money will come in, and the whole of Waterdeep will not be as prosperous. But she'll place down her cup and saucer. That is it for today's tea. I will have to be going now, but if you would like to speak tomorrow, I will be here again. It was lovely chatting with you, and maybe we will continue some other time.
Yes,
Have
I
a
love
wonder-
that.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Yes. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
What is this, a shop?
Stand up and do a slight curtsy with her hands full. She can't lift up her dress, but go down a bit and go over and place her dishes on one of the tables. And you see as several ladies exit out of the Hawkfeather estate, and that's where we will wrap up tonight.
Hockey docky.
What was this estate called again?
Hawkfeather.
Hawkfeather.
He literally just said it.
I know. I couldn't. It cut out at the hawk, so it was like the feather.
Oh.
The feather.
Yeah, the feather.
A sneeze feather?